lots of little bites.
Who said anything about chewing? If I want to win, I'm not chewing.
You just swallowing 7 burgers whole?
There's methods.
All right, Matthew.
That's one of them.
This one's gonna be for the listeners next week. We're gonna share a little video on our social media accounts. Matthew's gonna try and eat as many burgers as he can in a minute. The gauntlet's been thrown.
I say a lot of ridiculous things, and I don't know why this one you chose to turn into a reality.
Maybe it's just because I just ate a challenge meal. I feel like one good turn deserves another, as they say.
Yeah.
So Matthew, next week I'm
good.
I'm probably gonna buy 8, just in case you really overstep your own challenge. And also so I can definitely have one after.
Okay, and I'm gonna get into the Guinness World Record book.
We'll have it on video, so if you do it, you're a record breaker. Right? We've got the proof. We've got the evidence.
Yeah. So it's like 4 burgers. A burger a day for 4 days is too much. But I can eat 7 burgers all at once, and that's acceptable.
Well, I think if you cram it all into one day, it's not that bad. Yeah,
I think if you cram it all into
different
one burger,
days.
It's still
That's
one burger.
That's the thing. If it's different days, it's you can't have burgers 2 days in a row. 7 burgers one day. It's like a cheat day type of thing.
Just shove it all into one. That's not gluttony.
No,
that's something else.
That's a food challenge, is what it is.
Innovation.
My burger today was not very drippy. Maybe it's because I asked for only one sauce on it, and there weren't that many extras on it. I didn't have pulled pork, and pulled pork can be kind of juicy. I just had a little sausage piece on there. It was like it's like a sausage patty or something. But honestly, I was 2/3 of the way through my burger before I was like, oh yeah, there's sausage in here. And I took a look, like, oh okay, yeah, that's it. And took another bite and was like, yeah, there's definitely sausage in here. But sausage, cheese, lettuce, tomato, marinated onions and pickle, and barbecue mustard, whatever that means. The barbecue mustard sauce didn't stand out that much. It was kind of a sweet-ish sauce. Didn't have that much of that mustard bite that I expected. The bun, though not a traditional burger bun, and the burger sort of sat pretty tall, was a really nice bun. It wasn't too soft or too tough. It had a little sweetness to it. It was kind of fluffy. The patty itself was kind of nice. It was pretty juicy. It wasn't pink at all, which I can generally like. But I've begun in some restaurants just ordering my burger. They say, "How would you like it made?" And I just say raw. This one was not. I did not get the option, but I thought it was a pretty decent burger experience.
I'm happy for you. I'm glad. My burger experience wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad. It was just I don't see why you have to pile it so high. Like I would rather have everything I ate, but spread out over a larger bun.
I mean, I will say my poutine was piled really high because of all the brisket on it, and I ate maybe half the poutine before I moved on to the burger. Finished the burger and then moved back to the poutine. And I was not able to finish it. I was just sort of poking at it, going like, well, let me at least eat all the nice big brisket pieces and the cheese, I guess. And really, with every stab of my fork into my poutine, it was like more regret, more and more regret, just shoveling it into my mouth.
Just washing it down with that bourbon milkshake.
Yeah, and that s'mores. Okay, let me get into this milkshake a little bit. You didn't have a milkshake. It was a nice tall.
No, I did all this for very cheap, Sebastian.
Yeah,
I had a gift card from a church group.
Wow, really?
So I used that. Yeah,
church groups are giving barbecue gift cards.
They're given. Churches are rich, Sebastian, and
go
I was
to
honored
church.
recently at a local church.
Please go on. No. Please go on.
No, that's where it ends. No,
No, it's not.
No, I just like using that word because it was a word they used, and I found I was very uncomfortable
That you were honored. They said we are honoring you and bestowing upon you the great this blessed gift card.
Oh yeah, it was very strange. They had sent me a couple of text messages, some SMS messages,
Okay.
if you will, saying because they were leaving, their place of worship to another place
Okay.
further out in Kirkland.
Okay.
And I'd helped them set up all their wires and everything, electrical, all the technical stuff for their church to run.
Got it.
We would set that up every Sunday. And so when they left, they said, "We want you in for our last day. We're going to have you down, invite you up on stage, and we would like to honor you." And I just found that to be blasphemous.
Well, I don't think that's blasphemous.
I don't want to be honored at a place where you're there to worship someone who isn't me.
I feel like that's very godly to be gracious and thankful.
Godly to be gracious and thankful,
Right? No.
I was gracious.
What would Jesus do? He'd say, "Thanks for setting up our wires."
If you were God, would you want to share your moment, your day in the
Yeah, sure.
your day, God's day with someone
God's
else?
got it all. He's pretty generous.
What if I came to your place?
WWJD. What would Jesus do? Jesus would give you a barbecue gift card.
I was curious what Jesus might do, and Jesus loves barbecue, so
Why wouldn't he?
yeah.
Except
So,
that that sauce in his beard.
Yeah. Now, I will say it didn't conveniently work out that they gave me a gift card for that specific restaurant, but it was a gift card that could be used at many different restaurants.
Oh, okay.
And it worked out.
Okay.
So yeah, I wanted to be very stingy on it because I want this gift card to last.
Oh, how many dollars on the gift card? More than 16?
50 big ones.
Whoa! You could have had both of our meals.
Oh, I could have, but I chose to let it last a little longer.
So it was a nice tall glass for the milkshake. Beautiful chocolatey milkshake, and sitting on top of it were 2 roasted marshmallows between 2 graham crackers with like 3 or 4 pieces of Hershey's chocolate. And you know
this
what?
isn't even able to be sucked up a straw.
No,
It doesn't even count as a milkshake.
Well, it was all milkshake except the topper, which was s'mores. And I was beginning to suck at it. I think a piece of chocolate clogged my straw. And so I was like, well, let me start eating this top stuff. And I got it before my meal, so it was like an appetizer. And so I ate 1 roasted marshmallow, and it was delicious. And then I went, well, heck, let me just eat a s'more. And you know what I realized, Matthew? I've never had a s'more. I had my first s'more today. 2 graham crackers. I mean, I've had like a piece of like Easter chocolate or something, like just whatever chocolate, and a maybe not roasted marshmallow, but like heated up in a microwave or something between a couple of saltines. But that's not a s'more.
That's not a s'more.
No, exactly. I've had like very, very poor s'mores. So this was my first real s'more. Pieces.
That was the saddest image of you. I could imagine is you microwaving a marshmallow and putting it between 2 saltines.
I would build it and then put it in the microwave.
How old were you, or is this like at your apartment?
No. This was growing up. This was probably in my teens, mid-teens.
Okay, I think you need to roast the marshmallow over a fire for it to be a true s'more.
Yeah, I think you're right. But this is what I had available to me. You're also supposed to use a graham cracker and not a saltine.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
And so I had my very first s'more today. Matthew, what do you think of s'mores? You grew up as a camper. What are your feelings on s'mores?
S'mores are one of those things where you have to bring with you camping. You have to get all the equipment. So you always end up buying a big old bag of marshmallows.
Of course.
And so does every. Well, no, there's not. There's bigger bags.
Yeah.
But the thing is everybody buys a big old bag of marshmallows. There's never any coordination about the marshmallows because everyone just ends up buying them, and they're not that enjoyable to eat.
I
eat
disagree.
A few of them,
you can roast some marshmallows, and they're pretty good on their own, just a roasted marshmallow.
It's true, but how many can you really eat before you get sick of them? Not a whole bag.
No, definitely not. I'm
everybody
probably
brings a
maxing
bag,
out
that's
somewhere
too
near
much.
10, give or take.
Yeah, there you go. So you always buy a whole box of graham crackers. You buy a whole big bag of marshmallows, bunch of Hershey's because you think there's never going to be enough.
That's what I was going to say.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, there is never enough of the Hershey's. That always goes
Right?
first. The graham crackers, you're left with about half of the box, and you think I'll save it for next year. But next time you go camping, you always buy a new box.
You don't want
'Cause they get
year-old
stale.
graham crackers, yeah.
Exactly. So it's just you end up spending a lot. There's a lot of waste because all you really want are 2 or 3 s'mores.
I guess, but if you coordinate better, you could buy one thing of graham crackers, one thing of marshmallows, and then like 3 Hershey bars, so that everything numbers wise adds up.
I don't know if I trust anyone that much. Because remind you, you're camping. You're not.
I love
you're
how
not,
you have
like right next to a.
you trust people, you live with people, you have friends you rely on a daily basis. But if it's about buying 3 Hershey bars to do the math on how many Hershey bars are needed, no, I don't think so.
Well, because some people don't care, and some people are just going to be like, "It's just a Hershey bar. What does it matter? I got one less." Well, it matters because you're out in the woods. Stores are closed and they're not even accessible.
Yeah,
and you've ruined my weekend.
but that's why you need to coordinate. You don't trust anyone to do the math, run the numbers.
I only trust myself.
All right.
When it comes to s'mores, you can only trust yourself.
So I had my first s'more today, and I thought it was great. I see what's going on with these s'mores. Let's see what's up.
Yeah.
Except I will say this: the graham cracker just crumbles apart everywhere. A saltine, on the other hand, really sticks to the marshmallow.
I don't know what kind of graham cracker you had, but not my graham crackers.
No, your graham crackers, they break apart pretty well.
They break when you want them to break. They break when they're in between two sets of chompers, or one set of chompers, I guess.
I mean, I ate it over the milkshake, so all the little bits of graham cracker fell back into the milkshake where I felt like they belonged because it was a s'more milkshake.
Yeah,
I think they called it the campfire milkshake, and it was delicious top to bottom. I was worried that $3 of bourbon meant I wasn't going to get enough bourbon to even taste it, but no, you taste it in there. It gave it a nice little extra bite, a little fire, if you will, and it worked out well. I thought it was a very, very enjoyable milkshake, s'more to the last drop.
Oh, well, I'm very happy for you. When did you drink this? So you were able to drink this even after you were done with the poutine.
Yeah, I drank maybe half of it before my meal got there, and then I finished it towards the end of my meal.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Oh,
it wasn't the last thing I had. I think the last thing I had was like a sip of water to like start digesting things a little bit.
Well, I'm sorry I missed it.
I mean, there's always next time, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just go for a burger on our own free time, not for the show.
Maybe this is it. Maybe there's no more burgers. Maybe you're just gonna kick the bucket tonight after all these hot things you've ingested.
I mean, my stomach was feeling really weird for a little bit. Now it's only feeling pretty weird.
Okay. If you did pass away tonight, Sebastien, what can I use this as your funeral photo?
As my funeral photo. This like a pixelated blurry video.
I'd probably go back just a little bit to when you were really, really having the sweats.
Like, yeah, when I was like wiping my eyebrows and had my tongue rolled out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think you should.
Why would that seems like an unfortunate last. I mean, a very appropriate but quite unfortunate last image.
He died doing what he loved.
Eating spicy things?
Actually, you don't really love it, but
no.
You love what comes after. It's just
what comes after?
Yourself.
Spicy poops?
Well, that comes way after.
Yeah, I know.
But immediately after, it's just all the milk you can drink, all the old ice cream you can just swallow.
I guess.
Sounds like a good life.
Yeah, well,
it's pretty good.
The ice cream was really old. It definitely looked like it had melted and refroze in my freezer at some point. Probably
kinda crystallized.
Yeah. Well, not that crystallized. I thought it'd be a lot frostier from being in the freezer for a year, almost.
Yeah, but I was on that topic. I was wondering how Do you think you know when you get that